Hey guys, Jeremy Lou Photography, Hatcherino.com. Please share, like, subscribe. Thank you guys for coming back today. I wanted to do another little video. Actually, this is a request video, so my YouTube channel is starting to get a little bit bigger, a little bit more views, and people are starting to ask for things. So if you guys want anything or have questions or anything, let me know. I don't know everything, but I do have my ways of kind of making it work for me. Today is on my daily workflow. So this question was asked, how is it that you keep and manage your busy lifestyle along with family, along with other work and hobbies and all that stuff? My answer right now is you have to choose. You have to kind of choose what you do every day, and you have to choose how you do it and how much time you spend on it. So as an entrepreneur, as a business owner, I've always known that I have to set a list of goals or a list of tasks. Now, I know when I say goals to people, everybody freaks out a little bit, especially long-term, short-term goals. So we're going to talk very short-term goals to create an awesome long-term goal. Specifically, this is what I do on a daily basis in order to keep my business going so that I don't freak myself out. For those of you who know me personally, I have always been the person that was a constant worrier about everything that I had to do every day. I always had some sort of note system, some sort of task system. I'm the one that always used the tasks on the iPhone. And I would always write little notes on my hands on what I had to do next or what I had to do when I get home. My fear always is, and it still is that if I don't do something for one day, it's going to pile up, and then it's going to pile up, it's going to pile up, and then all of a sudden I'm going to die. Something's going to happen to me, earthquake, something's going to happen. So today is what I've kind of done and built for my business to make sure that I have a successful not die situation. So at my desk, normally what happens is I have a little pad here, and I have a pencil, and I have a little task sheet that I know that I have to do. I label this 1 through 12, literally 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 per day. So by the end of a week, I have 4 rows of 1s, 2s, 3s, or 5 rows, sorry, of 1 through 12s. And when I do a task, I just mark that off. Now on another sheet I have on my board in my office is the tasks that correlate to those numbers. So number 1 means something, number 2 means something. And if I do these every single day, then I don't have to worry about doing too much. So I'm going to go through it, explain what I have to do, and I'll try not to take too long on these, but please take notes and please adapt this to your business. Mine has evolved and changed over the last 5 years. And it's still changing, so I noticed that I won't need certain things, and I'll need to do certain things as my business changes. So yours is adapting. You may not have 12, you may have 20, you may have 5. But make sure these are done every single day. Maybe take the weekends off or shorten it so that your business, you can do your business every single day and not have to wait till Friday to do all of one thing or Saturday to do all of one thing, and then a client comes and you're screwed. Cool? So number 1, I finally figured out how to use this keynote thing. Social media blast, that's my number 1. So the first thing I do every day is make sure that I blast my work on social media. So if you follow me on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, I do 1 post a day on all of it, and I write a little story, a hashtag, I share, and I tag people. Once a day is all I do, all I focus on, and I'm done. Once I'm done for that day, then I save it for the next day. I do know what I'll be posting the days before. I don't pre-publish posts for later because that's more work for me to do. So once a day, I post everything, I share it, I blast it, I'm done. Easy peasy. Once a day, keeps me relevant, keeps people knowing who I am. Number 2, this is my number 2. I go into Lightroom and I clear out a day of raw files. So this also helps me archive my images. However you guys do your workflow and your archiving, we can do a separate video on that. Basically what I do is I go through an old file, maybe 3 or 4 months in the past. Right now it's about 4 months, and I'll go through, and if those images have been delivered, the JPEGs have been archived, everything's been stored, then I'm going to remove those. I do my due diligence to make sure that's all safe so that I don't lose any client images, but I also don't need these images to store up empty hard drive space or valuable hard drive space. So I do this daily so that at the end of the year, all of a sudden I'm not going through and like, crap, now I have like a whole year of files I have to go through to delete. So once a day, delete 1 day. Easy enough. Number 3 is check back on 5 leads. I use a system called Pixify.com Pixify.com. Amazing service. If you guys are interested in it, comment below. I'll send you a little link to get some free time on there. But basically, it's a workflow management studio system for photographers, videographers, and I'm sure anybody else that can use the system. So basically what this is every time I get a new lead, whether it comes from social media, email, or anything like that, I put it into Pixify.com, into my little organizer. I can put the date that they contacted me, what type of shoot they wanted me for, maybe their availability and all that. It all goes into one little system per client, which is cool. So what happens is when it comes in, I send them an email saying, hey, my name's Jeremy, here's my prices. Let's hook up, let's shoot. Sometimes people don't get back to me as fast as I would like. So every day I go through and I pick the last 5 or the first 5, and I send them another email saying, hey, I just want to make sure you got my last email. If you're still interested in me, let's talk. If you're not, please let me know and I'll take you off my lead list. That way I'm not losing any potential clients because of my not remembering who I emailed, not remembering who I talked to. So I use the system. It's amazing. If you have another way of doing it, awesome. But check back on these people. Don't send one initial email and then expect them to email back. I mean, it's your business. So if you want to book them, make sure you're going after them. Number 4, this is the worst one in the world. I hate this. I hate you. Amale, emails. So I do my emails once a day. Once a day, I go through all my emails. I write back to as many as I possibly can. I try to get through them all in a day. If I'm too tired, then I'll push a couple to the next day without procrastinating too much. But I go through my email once a day, usually in the evening. By the time that number 4 hits, it's kind of after my editing, all that. So I hate this, but I do it once a day. Go through all your emails. I highly recommend doing it once a day rather than checking your email throughout the day, writing back, because then you start getting little emails back and forth, and you're really, by the time you know it, you're spending 3 hours on email a day, and you really did nothing else. And email isn't that important, people. Send one email, wait for a response. Send one email, wait for a response. Don't send it, hey, you know. Number 5, social media messages. So same with email, but this time I focus on social media. I am horrible. I hate going through my Facebook messages. I didn't even know Instagram had messages until a few weeks ago, and Twitter messages and all that. So I go through those once a day. I typically refer them to my email and send them something through Pixify. So I go through that once a day. Simple. Number 6, delete one Facebook album. So on my business page, if you remember from number 1, I upload one Facebook album a day. And then on number 6, I delete one a day. So if you go through, each album's really only on my Facebook for about 3 months at this point, until I delete it forever. This gives my clients a chance to look at their photos, maybe they haven't purchased. It gives me a chance to share and tag everybody, but it's also not there forever. So if they want them, they can purchase them. And it's just bogs down too much if you have like 1,000 albums. You don't need that. Number 7, prepare for tomorrow. Go through my calendar for tomorrow, get my everything packed, set up, batteries charged, get my location list ready to go, and then I know what I'm doing tomorrow. So I do take a time to actually prep for it rather than just wake up and bail and go and see what happens. Import 5 receipts. You're a business. Don't wait. I do all my own taxes. I through Pixify, and then we work through an accountant and do some other things. But as far as my daily receipts go, I post those or I import those myself. So instead of doing 200, 400, 800 receipts at the end of the year for taxes, I do 5 a day. And you know what? If I don't have one for the day, then I get to skip this. Excuse me. Then I get to skip this. So 5 a day, and that way I'm done. 5 a day. You can do 5 a day. Edit 50 personal images. I have a huge gallery of personal images of my girls, family, dog, vacations, and all that. Every single day I edit only 50 images, which I don't know if it's a lot or not to you. It's not a lot at all. It's part of my gallery, but it's really quick for me to do. Probably takes me about 10, 15 minutes to go through these images, edit them, and then keep them stored in archive so that I can post for later or give to the girls later. But I don't want my personal images to be on the side in the future. I don't want to forget about them. Again, with Pixify.com, you send out invoices, you send out contracts. Not always are the contracts coming back fast, and not always are the invoices getting paid on time. So this is my reminder emails to the late ones, the behind ones that I send out to those people, and I say, hey, let's sign your contract, or hey, let's pay your invoice. keeps it going, reminds me. Pixify does have an automated system to do this by itself. I am very hands-on type A. I want to do it myself to make sure it's going out, and it makes me feel a little more in charge of my business. So remind these people. Don't just send it out one time and expect them to do it. 15 daily client task list. This is into another video completely that I haven't done yet, but basically each client has certain tasks that has to be done with that client, whether it's photograph them, do a sneak peek, edit their photos, send a reminder email, send a tip email. Within all my clients, all these build up. So I do 15 of these a day. Pick 15 that are important right now or that are due now, and I do these for my clients, whether it's send a thank you box, send a gift card, remind them of their shoot. All these, each counts as one task. I do 15 a day because on my list I could probably have 200 for the month. So a little bit every day goes a long way rather than trying to do it all at once. You will kill yourself. The last one that I have is 2 questionnaires. Anytime somebody asks me to shoot anything for them, a questionnaire goes out to them. When that questionnaire goes out to them, they have to fill it out to tell me that they're interested in me. A little bit of due diligence for them, a little bit of work. I get some information on them, on their price point, on their names, on their addresses, on everything I need for the contract. These come into me via email, and through Pixify, I will take this information and then send them some availability. I go through 2 of these every single day, even if I may have 5 or 10. The reason I do this, only 2 a day, is first off, a little bit every day instead of all at once, but also it allows my schedule to open and close as I need it, because if I try to send all 10 in one day, my availability may be different. My availability may be different today than it is tomorrow. So if you're trying to book all your clients, say on a Sunday for the next week, it's not going to work out for everybody, because what if 2 or 3 days from now your Sunday opens up again? And then you could have fit these people in. So not everybody's in a big of a rush as you feel. They will re-email you if they are, but this way I can kind of book who I need to book. All right, I'm at like 12 minutes. I wanted this to like 5. It didn't work out at all. But thank you guys so much for checking this out. If you have any questions, please let me know. I kind of ranted through it. Hopefully you guys find your own little daily workflow. Again, the goal of this is daily workflow, to do it every single day so that your business thrives, so that you're not spending hours and hours in front of the computer, where you can do a little bit every time and then kind of move on, and your mind is clear and free of any other distractions. Thank you guys for checking it out. I'm going to awkwardly walk back. This is happening. Subscribe.